6 Premier League titles in 8 years. A Champions League, 2 FA Cups, 4 League Cups, 3 Community Shields, Super Cup and the FIFA Club World Cup. You would think that after winning virtually everything there is to win, Pep Guardiola and Manchester City would finally reach the end of their historic journey. But what if I told you that what is to come might be even greater than what has gone by? You thought they peaked? Think again. Many believed that after the massive success of recent years and Pep reaching the end of his contract, Manchester City would begin their descent from greatness. By all accounts, this should be the point where even a great dynasty begins to decline. Key players like Kevin De Bruyne leaving the club, players aging out, hunger fading, and the magic dissolving. That's the cycle of football. Right? Wrong. While the footballing world obsesses over Arsenal's exciting youth project or Liverpool's aggressive rebuild, Manchester City is quietly evolving into something even more dangerous. Beneath the radar, away from the headlines, they are reloading, and what's coming next might be their most complete and ruthless version yet. Let's start with the summer transfer window. City have never been shy with their spending, but unlike their rivals, they don't splash for the headlines. They operate with surgical precision. This summer, they brought in Tijani Reinders from AC Milan for £46 million. A silky midfield operator with elite positional intelligence and an engine for days, Reinders was one of Serie A's standout performers last season. He's the perfect complement to Rodri. Then came Rayan Aït-Nouri from Wolves for £31 million. Left-back has long been a makeshift position for City, with players like Ake or Cancelo shifting over. Aït-Nouri changes that. He offers genuine width, one-on-one defensive ability and attacking thrust. Then comes probably the most prominent summer signing in the Premier League so far, 21-year-old Rayan Cherki from Lyon for £35 million. Cherki, known for his flair, tight ball control and fearless one-on-one ability, brings a chaotic unpredictability to City's structured attack. While he still has areas to refine, especially in decision-making, his ceiling is immense. In a system built on control and rhythm, Cherki's improvisation could be the exact spark City needs in tight matches, a late-game dribbler who can unlock low blocks and decide games on his own. The January signing of Omar Marmoush was met with little fanfare, but the Egyptian forward has been electric. He scored 8 goals in just 12 league games, including a sensational hat-trick against Newcastle. His blend of pace, pressing and unpredictability gives Pep Guardiola something he has sorely lacked since Jesus left, an alternative to Erling Haaland that doesn't compromise the system. Defensively, they snapped up Abdulkadir Kusanov, a 20-year-old Uzbek centre-back with freak athleticism and positional maturity beyond his years. He's the first Uzbek to play in the Premier League and has already shown flashes of brilliance. Add experienced cover like Marcus Bettinelli on a free from Chelsea, and you've got a squad that is simultaneously deeper and younger. City also secured Nico Gonzalez from Porto for around £50 million. A dynamic 23-year-old midfielder and a La Masia graduate, Nicolas Nico brings an ideal blend of physicality, technical skill and positional intelligence. Standing at 6 feet 2 inches, he's not the typical defensive shield like Rodri, but he offers box-to-box energy, smart ball progression and late runs into the penalty area. 7 goals and 6 assists in 29 appearances for Porto last season show that he is the complete package. Which of City's new signings scares you the most? Is it the raw speed of Marmoush, the surgical passing of Reinders, or the wild card flair of Cherki? Drop your thoughts below. Manchester City's current squad is an embarrassment of riches, but it's also frighteningly balanced. They have a 32-man roster for the upcoming Club World Cup, featuring youth, experience and tactical specialists. While Arsenal relies heavily on its starting 11 and Liverpool continues to struggle with midfield injuries, City can rotate entire matchday squads without dropping intensity. The midfield alone features Reinders, Rodri, Kovacic, Bernardo Silva and Phil Foden, players who are not only individually brilliant, but also capable of functioning in multiple roles. Reinders can operate as a deep-lying playmaker or a box-to-box presence. Foden has flourished as both an advanced 8 and a false 9. Even Bernardo Silva is as effective on the wing as he is drifting into midfield. In an attack, the options are dizzying. Erling Haaland remains the main event, but with Omar Marmoush providing pace and movement and Cherki offering chaos off the bench, City now have multiple ways to break a defensive line. Doku's one-on-one explosiveness and Grealish's ball retention give Guardiola the freedom to tailor his front three to any opponent. Defensively, City are just as robust. Joško Gvardiol brings composure and ball-playing ability. Diaz and Stones are proven leaders. Aït-Nouri adds a natural fullback presence, while Matheus Nunes can offer inverted width. And let's not forget Kusanov, a wild-card talent whose athleticism gives Guardiola a different dimension in high-line situations. Even the goalkeeping situation is solid. Ederson's distribution remains elite, Ortega has proven himself in crucial cup moments, and the addition of Bettinelli ensures veteran stability. All in all, this isn't depth just for the sake of it. It's rotational firepower that will allow City to dominate across all competitions without burning out. They can survive injury crises, rotate heavily during fixture congestion, and still field a lineup better than most Premier League sides at full strength. While Manchester City's senior squad dominates headlines, their youth pipeline is quietly being primed to sustain this era of dominance. Emerging talents like Oscar Bobb and Rico Lewis are already earning minutes in competitive fixtures, showcasing maturity well beyond their years. City's academy players are proven to be world beaters. The likes of Cole Palmer, Jadon Sancho and Daniel Sturridge, all developed within the Manchester City system, have gone on to shine on massive stages, from Champions League nights to World Cup campaigns. Their success proves that this isn't just a club that buys elite talent, but one that produces it at scale. And now, with Oscar Bobb, Rico Lewis and Micah Hamilton knocking on the door, it's clear that the next wave is already here. The difference is, this time, Pep may not let them leave. Instead, they're being folded into one of the greatest dynasties in club football, nurtured within a system designed for excellence. In Manchester City's world, even the future is under control. As we all know, Pep Guardiola isn't just a manager, he's a footballing alchemist. Every year, he tweaks, evolves and reimagines his team. Next season is no exception. With the additions of players like Tijani Reinders and Ryan Ait-Nouri, Guardiola can now fully commit to shapes he once used sparingly. One such formation is the 3-2-5 build-up structure, where the left-back inverts to join the midfield, creating numerical superiority and dictating tempo in central areas. Ait-Nouri, with his comfort on the ball and tactical discipline, fits that profile perfectly. Alternatively, in games that demand more directness and verticality, Guardiola can revert to a classic 4-3-3, using Rodri as the pivot while pairing Reinders and Foden or Bernardo as advanced eights. And let's not forget Rayan Cherki, a player capable of occupying the half spaces and operating between lines. His presence allows Guardiola to trial dual 10 systems or even a 4-2-3-1 with layered attacking waves. Even more fascinating is Guardiola's use of defenders in midfield roles. John Stones has mastered the role and has been key in unlocking opponents' defences in previous season. Now, with Rico Lewis and potentially even Kusanov offering similar mobility, Pep has the tools to blur the lines between positions more than ever before. What makes all this so devastating is that other clubs in Europe neither have the personnel nor the tactical brilliance of Pep to switch between these systems so fluidly and within the same match. That's not just versatility, that's domination through tactical overload. This summer's FIFA Club World Cup in the United States isn't just another opportunity to add silverware to the cabinet, it's a live-fire testing ground. For Pep Guardiola, it's the perfect pre-season laboratory to experiment with new players, formations and tactical structures under real, competitive conditions. 7 new signings have been included in the 32-man squad, and each will be evaluated not just for their individual quality, but for how they fit into Guardiola's fluid, possession-heavy system. But beyond player evaluation, the Club World Cup gives Guardiola something else. The ability to rehearse for the kind of knockout football that often defines a Champions League campaign. High stakes, unfamiliar opponents, little margin for error. These are the exact conditions City will face later in the season, and the Club World Cup offers the rare luxury of preparing for that in advance. An opportunity that City's rivals, such as Liverpool and Arsenal, do not have. The most frightening part? Nobody is talking about this. The headlines are consumed by Arne Slot's debut Premier League title win, Arsenal's new signings, and Manchester United's chaos. Amid the media noise and fanfare elsewhere, Manchester City's transformation is quietly happening in the shadow. City isn't just reacting to departures, they're preparing before they even happen. They're phasing out legends without losing cohesion. Each signing is younger, hungrier, and versatile enough to play in multiple systems. That's not rebuilding. That's evolution by design. And while the footballing world obsesses over narratives, who's rising, who's falling, Manchester City are executing a silent takeover. There's no panic, no headline chasing, just quiet, relentless improvement. So if you're an Arsenal fan dreaming of a title, or a Liverpool supporter hoping Slot can build on his first season success, beware. Manchester City are not fading. They are not rebuilding. They are reloading in silence, with precision and terrifying intent. So, what do you think? Will they be back with a bang? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive, then please consider liking, subscribe, And don't forget to turn on notifications. See you next time.